Hey guys, my name is Mark and today I'm going to be showing you how to do box junctions. Before we go any further, I'm going to tell you something a bit about myself just so we can establish some sort of trust. Today I tried a crisp sandwich for the first time and I didn't like it. Unfortunately, there are no signs for box junctions, no signs warning you that you're coming up to a box junction. So if you're not familiar with the area, you're going to have to be very careful. So you're looking out for like orange on the floor. So like right now at these lights there, I can see a lot of orange on the floor, which shows us there's a box junction there. And I'm looking at this traffic in front of me as well to make sure that they can go past the box without me having to wait in there. Because if you're going straight, you can't stop in there. So right now I can see there's space, I can carry on going beyond the box. So when you're turning left, remember you can't wait in the box if you're turning left or going straight. So I need to make sure before I make my move past the lights that side is going to be clear for me to go. Because if I go there and then wait in the middle or wait in the box, then that would be a problem. I could get fined for that. So I'm just going to check for any traffic, check my left mirror, and I can see there's no one there, so I can carry on. But if there was traffic leading up to here, I'll just wait by the line until it's a bit clearer. And this one's going to be a bit tricky because I can't see much because of this white fence. So I've gone forward as far as I can without going over the line, but I can see enough to know if I've got enough space or not. So where this bus is, so you see where the box ends, let's see if he goes past. So yeah, if the bus moves out the way, I'll have enough space because I can put my car there. Now these ladies are going to be in the way, but now the light's gone green, so now I can move. But this van's going to try to go before me, but it's going to be on the right side, so I'm not going to worry about him too much. So you find that sometimes people that should wait will try to go quickly before you, especially if they can see there's something in your way. So like those ladies being in the way probably gave them like an extra second or two to try to go in front of me, which might make your turn a bit harder as well. And I can see there's that van coming down quite fast, so I'm going to put my clutch down and you start braking gently and then aim to be in the middle here, keeping an eye on those cars that are coming down, checking into the road that I'm turning into as well. It looks like it's nice and clear. Here I'm looking at the lights here as well to make sure that when it changes I can move. But once this van's gone, it's still green, then I can just go. I don't have to worry about looking out for the light for it to change because there was no more traffic coming from that way. And I can see there's already a car in the box waiting. I'm going to make sure there's enough space for me. So he's gone now, and then I can go in the middle. So I see this car here, they're afraid to go in the box because they're not sure how to use the box. So now I can see there's nothing coming from behind him. So that's the wrong way of doing it over there. You want to go in the middle. So there was a person behind that car beeping them to go forward a bit because they couldn't squeeze past. That's the whole reason why you want to go forward, because if you stop before the box, you're not going to allow traffic behind you to move forward. So make sure you go in the box and then make your turn. So you see that person was still there. I went round there and turned back and they were still waiting there because their light probably changed to red again, then they had to wait for another time. So that's another reason you don't want to wait before the box, because the light will change back to red again, and if you're going to be there all day pretty much. So that's a good example as to what not to do and why you don't do it. So one, she was blocking traffic that was trying to go past, and two, the light changed to red again and she couldn't move until the light changed back to green, and then luckily for her there was no one there this time. Right, so back to R1. I'm just waiting for the light to go green and then I'm keeping an eye on this moped. But you see that lorry over there? He's moving forward slowly, and I didn't want to go in the middle until I knew there was enough space. So now I can see there's enough space, then I go forward. So it's really important that you don't just look at the oncoming vehicles, you need to look at where you're turning as well to make sure that you've got enough space. Next to the black car, there's a space on the left behind the silver van over there. So that's what I'm going to aim for. So if there was no space there, I would wait here, but because there's space over there, I'm just going to go over here and then aim for see the van behind me there, he didn't come forward because there's no space. So that's, people are beeping him, but he's doing the right thing, you see, because he's got no space. I hope he's going to stick to his guns and do the right thing. Let's see. So people will beep and stuff, but don't listen to them because they're not the one that's going to get a fine. All they're caring about is for you to move out the way so they can do their thing. But you're the one that's going to get the fine in the post. So do what you need to do for yourself and you use your own judgment. Don't let other people pressure you into doing stuff. And sometimes people don't signal when they're there. They'll just, so you might think they're going straight, but they'll signal at the last second when they move off. So just be wary that they might do that. So I'm hoping he's going to go straight, but he might be turning this way as well. So just have that in your mind that they might turn when they move off as well. Okay, so there, looks like it's good. That taxi's gone, so there's going to be enough space. So now all I need to do is just wait here without getting in the way of these guys. And I'm in the box, I can stop fully, and then once that car's gone, I'm just going to check my mirror. So this might happen sometimes as well, where when I came over here, Remember, there was enough space for me to go into this space here, but those cars that were coming from here filled up that space because there's a bus stop over there. In that situation, all you can do really is try your best to move forward again, because I couldn't have planned that all those guys were going to turn here and then stop in the way, because if I didn't go at that stage there, I'd be there all day. So I can see there's a bus coming, and a few buses coming, but he's flashed me, so I'm just going to make my turn. So you don't have to go if you're not comfortable to go, but there I could see what he was doing. He flashed me to go. There was enough room. So once he's flashed me, I know he's going to slow down a bit, then I can, and I know it's for me, he's going to slow down a bit, then I can make my turn. But if you don't feel comfortable to turn, or if you're not sure that they're flashing you, then definitely stop, because if you cut in front of them, that's going to be a big problem. Okay, so clutch down, I'm going to just start braking so I can position myself. I'm not going to go into these guys' lane. So this bus is flashing me, but this guy is crossing the road when he shouldn't cross. So that's another thing you've got to watch out for as well. So there was a red man on the traffic light there. So he shouldn't have been crossing, but be wary that other people and pedestrians especially will be walking on the road when they shouldn't be. So just as you make your turn, don't rush. So that the bus was flashing me there. So sometimes learners will feel like, oh my God, I got to go quickly, and then rush. But you want to take your time there, because you'll be turning. Sometimes you don't know what's there. And just like an example there, that man was crossing, and if I wasn't prepared, it could have been bad. And there's enough room, there's no one there. So just keeping an eye on the car behind this guy now. Just going to wait here for a sec. Once that car's gone, then I can make my move. So see the lights changing there. Once you're in the middle there, it doesn't affect you anymore. So you need to just keep moving. If it's clear on the other side, don't stop there because the light's gone red. So this one's a bit trickier. So you see, I'm gonna wait here because I don't want to block these guys that are turning, but now there's guys in front of me are moving. I can go forward now, and then this one's got its own box. I'm gonna go in the middle here, keeping an eye on those cars. But see, they can't move, because if they did, they'll be in this box because the bus is over there. So you can use that as well to make your move. So those guys couldn't move forward because the bus was there, but make sure you can see why they're not moving forward before you make your turn. So those guys have stopped, but they've stopped because of those guys. But I'm just going to make sure, see, he moved straight away because of space. So when they've stopped like this, check over here to see why they've stopped. So when I first got there, those guys couldn't move because there's a box in front of them and they can't go in there and wait in there. But the black car, suddenly there was a space in front of him because the car in front of him moved, creating space. So then he moved. So when you're waiting there to see whether you can go or not, if you've got cars waiting, check first before you move. Make sure you can see that they've got no space to move, and then you make a move. Because a lot of times these people, when they see that there's space, they'll move off straight away. And if you're in the way, it's going to be an issue. So the best way to avoid getting stuck in the box in the first place is to make sure you got a nice gap between you and the car in front. Because if you're driving too close, let's say I was driving like this close, you're not going to see the floor until it's too late. So if you're driving with a nice gap like this, you can see the box junction from far away. But if I was too close, I wouldn't see that until it was too late. And then this way, you know, you're not going to be stuck in the box. If you find yourself in the box, the best thing to do is go really slowly like this, so that you don't end up stopping in the box. And hopefully by the time you get to the end, the guy would have moved and now you've got space to come out of the box. Okay, so that's the end of that one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So remember, the key points are, make sure you're keeping a nice safe gap between you and the car in front so you can see what's on the floor. If you're turning right, make sure you got enough space for you to complete your turn. If you're turning left, same thing, make sure you got enough space to complete your turn. Main thing is really just being aware of what's going on around you. Make sure you're looking at the floor markings, see if you can see the box junctions. So hopefully that's some sort of use to you. And if you did like it, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We've got lots more like this coming up, and I'll see you guys later.